And we're back. Welcome to another episode of BUBBLIN. I'm your host, Swayze, and I'm here with GM. Tell them your Instagram where they can find you real quick. Let's start it off with that.
Follow me on the gram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok at 2-letter King, number 2, Letter King. I go by the name of GM, better known as God Made. Chilling with my sons, my boy, my brother. He out here with the handmade suit on. What's up, man?
Handmade out here, man.
I'm out here, man.
Any shout outs before we start? Any shout
out. First of all, shout out Vivid TV, Frankie, on the ones and twos. Shout out my son Sway. Shout out Claiborne MC, the whole Neighbors gang, Stan Curry, Press Primo, EK and the Mob. Shout out my family, my kids, New York, Jersey.
Hey man, New York.
The whole tri-state, man. I gotta shout out everybody, man. Man.
So we're gonna start like this. Where are you coming from? Like, what's your kind of region?
I'm from New Jersey. I was born in Hackensack, New Jersey. My family is based out of Englewood, New Jersey. I lived in every single town in Bergen County and Passaic County. And then now, I moved to New York, I would say, when I graduated high school. And now I'm here, man. I'm a New Yorker now. I'm not a Jersey nigga no more. That's the thing about Jersey niggas when they come to New York, they become New York niggas. Like I'm a New York, you feel me? I'm a New Yorker. So, yeah, man. I like it here though, man. It's a lot of
moved in one Super Saiyan.
It's a lot of creativity out here, man.
Yeah, buddy.
A lot of creativity.
Is that kind of why you came out to New York? Was that your first intention?
I came to New York because I was getting in trouble in Jersey. I was getting in too much. I was one of those kids that fought a lot I fought a lot. Like it was a point where I was fighting. It was like I would have 2-3 fights every week, maybe a fight every other week. Like it was just bad. And then, I started getting into the gym, get into that lifestyle. So like, you know how it is, man. People don't want to really fight fair. So I started getting jumped a lot,
Damn.
So like, I remember like the last time I got like in a situation like that, I went to New York. My grandparents had just so happened to be up here. So like I went to the house, I'm all swollen and my face is all like, so they like, what happened? I told my father, told my grandparents they had this big intervention, like you need to come up into New York. And I'm like, New York. And I remember my sister, shout out Pretty Jazz Marie. I shout her out every interview. My blood, that's my little sister, that's my best friend. She's in the Army right now. So like when she come back home, she gonna see all these interviews of me shouting her out. But she was like, really want to move to New York? Like you don't want to stay in Jersey because we was in Newark.
Okay.
So like
that's basically New York.
Yeah,
I don't want to say basically New York. I don't want to.
Don't do that. Don't. It's not. It's close enough. It's real close. It's like a
20-minute subway ride. Or it's like a 20-minute train ride.
If you talk about as far as like the amount of people and like the size, you can compare it to the city in ways, but it's just a little more gutty out there. Like it's like Newark is like Manhattan with like the Bronx down the street, Harlem around the corner. Like it's like you got everything in one, but it's not as big as Manhattan or it's
like way more spread out.
Yeah. You got a South Ward, North Ward. You got, it's got downtown where they, gentrifying crazy. Like Broad Street don't even look like it looked. I ain't been in Jersey in a couple years, but, I see and I hear things. So
now, Jersey City has definitely changed in the past. Like you look at Hoboken right now, and Hoboken is basically Brooklyn on the west side of New York.
Yeah. Hoboken used to be like when I was growing up, man, Hoboken was like, yo, we got to go to Hoboken. We got to go to Hoboken. We got to go to Hoboken. And I'm like, one time I went there. I went to Hoboken. No, I'm not. I went to Hoboken twice. I'm from Jersey. I went to Hoboken twice. Both times it was like, I don't know what to say it was stressful, but it was like, yo, it's just too much. Like, it's I can't explain it because I'm naturally a Jersey, Jersey born, Jersey raised. So like, I'll go to the city and it's like the city is like real fast paced, but Hoboken is just like that. Like it's trains, light rails. You got to catch the right, it's, but the nightlife is crazy out there. That's the only thing. So, but I miss Jersey in ways, man.
So did you start your music in Jersey or was it kind of a thing that you decided to do when you got to New York?
Nah, I've been rapping since I was 11 years old.
Wow.
I've been rapping since, so like, 50 Cent was my, not 50 Cent, House Party. Like me and my sister used to watch House Party over and over. We knew it back to back hand. It didn't matter what scene it was. We could mimic the scene. And like one day I was watching like Play. Shout out to Play. Shout out to Kid. I was watching their freestyle segment where they're rapping. I'm like, yo, I could do this. So I wrote the entire rap of both their raps on a piece of paper. My sister was supposed to be Play. I was supposed to be Kid. So she wrote that down and we rapped it. We had it down pack. And I'm like, yo, this feels too good. Like it feels too natural. So the next day I went to school with it and I'm rapping it. And my partner, who I was I'm in a group with him now. Like we still in the group, but we haven't been making music like that. Cause like we ran into fatherhood. So things just kind of slowed down with the music with me and him. I kept it going. He still does music, but he's still focused on his child. I'm focused on my children, but my music just, whatever. But my boy Money Van Gogh, he was like, yo, I know that rap. Because I rapped it at the lunch table. He's like, I know that rap, 7/3. And I'm like, what you mean you know that rap? He's like, yeah, that's House Party. I said, oh, man. So that day, like, made me like kind of like, so I wrote my first rap. I'll never forget. It was the worst rap in the world. I remember letting my dad hear it. And he was just sitting there like, okay. Fast forward into today, he's like, send me that song you did. Send me that song. Then this and the third. But, I came a long way, man. I've been rapping for such a long time that,
Well, when did you make your first song then?
My first song was
like your first official. It
was after I watched 8 Mile.
Oh,
I forgot what beat. Oh, it was Mobb Deep.
Back then, you just
I forgot the song. The song where he killed my Papa Doc on.
Oh yeah,
at the end when he was like,
ain't no such thing as halfway crooks.
Yeah. Half crook. Halfway Crooks. That was my first song that I ever recorded on, and my second one was G Unit in the House.
G Unit in the House.
G Unit in the House. What? Okay. What? G Unit in the House. What?
And how did you record it like back then?
We was on a Mac, a PC, and the microphone was like one of these. Can't explain it. It looked like a Sprout. Because it was on a lean, so like it would like. But it was one of those mics that, like, if you caught the only thing is you couldn't do the like if you do too many P's and like you will hear it, it'll pop. So we didn't know about mixing back in the day. We used to use Mixcraft.
Okay,
Mixcraft was my go-to.
I'm sure you're taking everybody back to
and a lot of I know a lot of producers like Mixcraft. This is like Mixcraft volume like 3. We used to mix it on Mixcraft and then like. We just print our CDs and, it's amazing to talk about it now because I was like 14, 13 years old when that happened. So like now fast forward into where I'm at now and it's like, I never gave up. So that's what kind of like always keeps me going. Like, and I think that's why, God, I always give all praise to God.
Amen.
I think that's why God has given me this opportunity to finally showcase my talent on a higher level. You know what I mean? Like, so.
When did you kind of see, amen to that, because God is everything, praise and glory be to God. When did you see your first kind of breakthrough and like kind of see that, people were liking what you were doing, they were, really rocking with it? Like personally, I gotta say that like I'm a fan of like Jingling Baby. Like I remember we was in Jersey, we was in Newark one time actually. I was in the city and Clay called me over to Newark. And we was doing that like kind of showcase. And yo, everybody and their moms was just jumping around and just getting like it was like we transferred back in time and like because these days nobody dances, and I think that fact that like stuff like that Thursday that people want to get up and dance and move their feet, that's really important. So like yeah.
It's funny you bring jingling up and you bring up what you bring. Yo,
Jingling,
let
baby.
me. This man right here, yo, you ask great questions. Cause these questions I don't get. I like being challenged. That's why I never ask an interviewer, like when I'm about to do an interview, I never ask an interview like, yo, send me a list of the hold on, let me get this ashtray.
Nah, your thing.
I ain't gotta do too much leaning. I like when an interviewer is always like spontaneous with the questions, because it's like, yo, I don't want to hear the same thing. Like, yo, what is your what does your name mean? I understand that, but like the like it's sometimes interviewers just like they don't go with the vibe. Like you vibe, I could. Me and you, we go back. Like we go back. Like you feel me? We go back. So, but yeah, jingling. So jingling. I always been an LL fan, and I will always give praise to LL because he made me who I am. He made me feel like, okay, it's okay to be sexy. It's okay to be cater to the ladies. It's okay to talk about women and cater to women.
Yeah. That's what actually one thing I liked about LL, because he was like an actual nice guy, or one of the first nice guys to come out in hip hop and be like, yo, like I'm just a gentleman.
Exactly.
Like the ladies love Cool J.
He's smart.
He's
smart.
You know what I'm saying?
Why? Because my Uncle Boogie, who inspired me, there's a big background on jingling. I'm gonna get into that in a minute, but there's my Uncle Boogie used to always tell me who's the first person. He's the first DJ to play jingling on a radio, on FM radio.
Damn.
That's in Indiana. So my first radio spin came from Uncle Boogie on Power 104.9 WTX. Shout out Uncle Boogie. Shout out Jetty. We used to I used to really like be obsessed, not obsessed, but like I just like the way he carried, like way he like swagged, like come with the fit hat with the shades, like you feel me? That's where I took a lot of my style from. So like, shout out to Najee too. Najee, that's his son. Me and Najee cool. We trying to work on some merch now, but I remember listening to the beat, right? Gotta take a pull for that one. I remember listening to the beat, right? And I'm sitting there with my daughter, my oldest daughter, sitting there. My headphones is loud. I got the Studio Jones on, so you can hear everything.
Okay.
So, playing the beat. And my daughter is just, because my daughter, I don't know if she's got like all of my entertainment skills. This little girl is 4 years old. She can moonwalk.
Oh.
She loves Michael Jackson.
Oh wow!
She's not she got so much rhythm. She be like, Daddy, look at this new dance I got. Shout out my babies, man. Shout out my babies. Man. I always get love to my kids. I got 3 girls. But
it's all
she
about
was
like
dancing.
teaching them rhythm. Yes, sir.
She's dead. She's dancing, and I'm like, you like that? She's like, yeah. So bro, I listened to the beat for like 4 days. I went to the studio. Vernon Davis and Jazzy Lamel are the producers of the original jingling. I did that where, what's the name of their studio? Some head studio. I forgot what it's called, man. But it's not around them where they closed it. They about to rebrand and stuff. But I wrote the song in front of the studio. The whole song right before my session, because I was just so like, because I remember telling my uncle like, yo, I'm about to remake Jingling, baby. He like, you sure you want to do that? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm GM. So I did the song, I re-recorded it. I wrote it, did it. The minute I put the preview out, I promise you, my whole career changed. Everybody looked at me like it was different now. And then once I got it cleared. I got the sample cleared and I got everything like...
Yeah, how did you get that sample cleared? Like, that gotta be...
Man.
I mean, that's LL. Like,
I talked to so many people. I talked to L's attorney. I talked to L's old attorney. I talked to Eric B. I talked to EPM. I talked to Parrish. I talked to motherfucking Eric Sermon. I was on the phone with... what's my son's name from House Party? but he was remaking House Party. He was telling about that. I knew about House Party, the movie, like 2 years ago. I was trying to get my song in there, but the paperwork wasn't right, and we didn't get it clear yet, so I couldn't submit it yet.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah, bro. So I had to talk to a lot of people, bro. Like a lot of people. I had to reach out to Najee's son. I'm like, yo, listen, I'm about to do this, that, and the third. And long story short, it cleared, and we got everything situated, did the video. Once I did the video, I performed it for the first time in Atlanta during the BET Awards, BET Hip Hop Awards. And shout out Too Hot 2 Radio too. DJ Envy was part of that too. Shout out Envy. But I did the performance, and bro, and you know, I watched the LL Cool J performance where he did Jingling Baby for the first time. It was Rap Mania.
Okay.
I took that whole swag. I said, oh, that's what I'm doing. Every time I perform that, I perform it just like that. You feel me? Like real, like
paying homage to
sex
the
appeal,
legends,
paying homage. So like once I did that in Atlanta, that first time, I went back to Atlanta maybe every month after that. For like 5 months, I was in Atlanta. And then I built up a little bit of a fan base in Atlanta. Then I came back to New York. I started doing, shows. I won the Best of 845. I just won a showcase where, I'm about to actually do the Jingling remix with Vado.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So, did that. And then, everything just started taking off, man. I met so many people, my style changed. I got records coming out that's going to be, you heard Thursday's different. That's for the ladies. But, I got stuff for the club. I got stuff for the old heads. I got stuff for the kids. I got stuff for the...
Not even that song, Go.
Yeah, man.
I want to go. I want to go. It's kind of like...
Gotta go, yeah. I gotta go.
Yeah.
That was my first... Go. So, that's another little switch. I want to say switch because, after COVID, I kind of took a hiatus because I ran into a situation where I got kind of scammed. So I took a hiatus and I came back and I did Gotta Go was my second song. I did Easy Pass and you was there.
For the Easy Pass?
You was
actually,
there.
I think I was there for
because you and Clay is in the video. Bang, 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 boom. I was like, my son swaying that bit. You had a hat on. You had a Yankee hat on. You had you had a denim jacket.
Oh,
a video. It was in Neighbors. You had just pulled up random. It was mad of us in there, bro. It was me, Clay, Prez was in there, Stan was in there. Stan had the short hair. But anyway, I did that song and then I did Gotta Go, and then Gotta Go kind of just ran. I still like performing Gotta Go. That's my favorite song to perform next to Jingling.
I Gotta Go got that energy, bro. That's something that I was telling Meech actually, because it's funny that you actually hit Meech up the day you did. Cause that day we was chilling and I was like, he's like, yo, who do you want to interview next? And I'm like, yeah, honestly, I think GM, cause GM is, close to home. We just interviewed Clay and GM brings that kind of same energy, but not really because, when you got Clay, shout out Clay, you got that patois rap, that kind of different type of style. And then you got GM, we listening to your songs and then I'm like, yeah, listen to this. And I'm like, word. And then I'm like, okay, now and then we listen to Thursday. And he's like, we're like, word, okay. And then we listen to Jingling. I'm like, yeah, and then this is my shit right here. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of the fact of I was like,
he said, fuck it. What's up, sway out, yo, man.
It's kind of
that, bro. When I seen you on here, I was like, gotta go on there, talk to Sway, man. Sit there, because I know he gonna come up with a suit. He could come up with something fly. Nigga pulled up to the New Year's. We had a New Year's party and he pulled up fly to me. I said, nah, bro, you can't do that. You gotta go home. You gotta go home, bro. I'm shooting a video, man. They can't think you GM. They can bro, man, it's
a vibe though, bro. That's really what I'm trying to say though. My bad, but that's really what I'm trying to say. You got that energy that you could be in any room and vibe with anybody. Don't matter, and that's what really what's important.
My uncle told me. He said you got to make the babies adore you.
Yeah,
you got to make the women want to love you, and you got to make the men want to be like you. Once you get that formula down pat, you unstoppable. And
straight up.
Okay, so I got the ladies part down, but the babies part. I got the baby's part, but what I find my toughest is like the men. You know, like I get it. Like the men don't want to see me come in there and take my shirt. They want to see me come in there. I got some records, you know, that but like women buy music, and at the end of the day, bro, I got daughters, man. So I cater to my queens, man. I'm not gonna hold you. I got daughters, so like they look at me and they like, yo, daddy, what you gonna do for us? How you gonna represent us? Yeah, you know, because at the end of the day, I represent them first. You know, I'm a direct reflection of them, you feel me? So like, and I love them, you know, they're like, you feel me? Like I be in there having tea parties, and like, you know, any dad that have a tea party, the only thing I'm not doing, I'm not letting them paint my toes. Not happening. Nope.
A little too far there. Nah, but I feel you, bro.
They be like, daddy, come to the princess party. I be like, nah, I'm a king. What you mean? Not playing princess. Cause you feel me? But like I feel like the more with dads is like, how you are to your daughters is what kind of man she gonna look for. Yeah. You feel me? So like, I'll yell at them and I'll be like, I'm sorry. You know what, daddy was wrong. Daddy shouldn't have did that. But you was wrong here. So when they're talking to a man now, when they get to be my age or they get to be, you know, old enough to date men, it's like, okay, I was wrong, but this is why I got wrong. This is why I was wrong. Yeah. You feel me? This is what influenced me to be wrong. You feel me? So like, that's what I'll be, you know, really focused on with my daughters. And
there's a guy that, like, I used to go to church, and there was this dude that was a correction officer. This dude was like the hardest dude on the planet. Pause. But he was like, you know, the toughest dude on the planet you could think of. And this dude was like, you know, correction officer, ex-Marine, you know, whole 9 yards. He was in Desert Storm, but you know. He had 3 daughters, and he used to take them, like you said, he used to take them to, like, you know, restaurants, different places, tuck the chair in, you know, order their food, like kind of like treat them, and they're like, and he's like, you just tell them like, yo, like, never accept anything less from a man. Well, you see what I'm doing here? This is like the actual, like, this is like the start, and that's really important, bro. But like, I was gonna also say like that. You could kind of, you want to be able to, you know, have this relationship with children, be able to like have children trust you in a sense, you know, put your daughters in a video, kind of like make a YouTube type of sense. Like, you know, that's
I'm trying though. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm trying, and I hope they watch this interview, but my baby mothers is holding me from doing it. Like I got a show. So look, I got a show on Father's Day. So like, my kids, I did it last year. My kids came out on stage, but they were shy. But this year, they like, Daddy, you performing on Father's Day? I said, yeah. They said, all right, we coming out on stage. I say, ooh, y'all gonna make me go viral. Yeah. Y'all gonna make me go viral. Okay, so like, my kids is with it. My oldest is like ready. She like, Daddy, I want to go to the studio. I got a YouTube channel. Like, she has her own YouTube channel. She's 4 years old. Oh. I'll be in the room. I'll be in there doing dishes. You know, when you at the crib, you dress like you dress. I don't be dressed like this at the crib. I ain't wearing no beret and shit. I'm wearing a do-rag and some sweats, no shirt. She'll start recording. This is my YouTube channel. Hey, because her
shout out her YouTube channel, yo.
It's Zoe with a Z, but she got a new one. So hold off on that because she got a new one.
Link in the description.
Because somebody took her name, Zoe with a Z, but she was mad as hell. She called me. She said, Daddy, somebody took my YouTube name. I said, girl, you 4 years old. You just started breathing like 3 years ago. Like 4 years ago. Like, come on now. Like, what you... But they watch me, and like, I can't even be mad because they see me. And even my youngest is 1. She just turned 1 like 2 months ago. She's like, she'll see me on TV. She's like, Daddy. Like, they know, like, Daddy is, you know, so like, just seeing that shit is like, I got to represent myself in a different way. So that's why I always cater to the women first. I love my brothers. You feel me? Like, I'm here with my brothers, but we don't accept every genre of music like we should. Yeah. You know, it's a very few bunch of us. Like, me and you probably listen to everything. You feel me?
Anything that's good.
Because you could tell by the way we dress. you know, we got a little bit of rock star, a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of laid back. I ain't trying to do nothing, but I got the flash. Yeah, we appreciate all elements of fashion. Feel me? And you don't know too many. I don't know too many fellas that appreciate all elements of fashion and appreciate all elements of music. You feel me?
Word.
It's either they're gangster, third. I'm working that. You feel me? Or they a skateboarder and they rocking with the skateboard community and they rocking with the Uzi community, or they some super R&B nigga. There's not niggas that got that whole, like, I like everything, bro. I can tell you what. You feel me? I can go from Larry June to Drake to fucking NBA Youngboy. Even though I really don't listen to NBA Youngboy, but I still give him his flowers. You feel me? Because he's making moves. But yeah, man, you just gotta. It's a road, man.
Honestly, bro, like back in, I want to say 2009, right? My dad used to have these GQs magazines come to the crib. GQs like this Gentleman Quarterly. And it's this thing where, like, you know, you got all the brands, Gucci, Hermes, Lord Piana, got all the brands
my goal,
in there.
Bro. That's like one of my top goals, to be on the cover of GQ.
Yeah,
I made it. At that point, I'm the sexiest nigga ever. Don't talk to me. I'm wearing my
GQ.
I'm walking around. I'm gonna get in the Breakfast Club. Not the Breakfast Club. Like, I'm talking about I'm getting the breakfast shops. I'm gonna get in the post office, no shirt. They're going to accept me everywhere I go, no shirt, because I'm the sexiest man. I am the sexiest, and I'm going to walk around with the cover, just the cover. Hey, excuse me. That's going to be my license.
Now, the Times Square billboard, bro, that is the flex right there to search for.
That is a flex. That is a flex.
But in the actual issue, right, you had Kid Cudi, Drake, and Wale in the issue. And this is like their first breakout. Drake just dropped.
That's an interesting duo. Like interesting, not duo, but a quadruple.
Trio.
No, you said Drake, Kid Cudi, and
Drake, Kid Cudi, and Wale.
Oh, it's trio.
Yeah,
I thought you said four. I don't know why I said. I thought you said four. I'm bugging. That's that gas. That's that gas.
House of Pain. That's that pain.
Oh, it's that pain. Yeah. That's that pain. Shout out my son France, man. Shout out my son France, man.
Yeah. But in the issue, they said that Drake is popular because the girls like him. He just dropped Best I Ever Had, and that just blew up. And that's kind of like, we as men, it doesn't really matter for guys. I mean, I'm a dude, so don't crucify me. But women are people that, the ones that really, they're the tastemakers of the shit we're making. Shout out Drake. Drake said that. And that's really the point of it. Because if she likes it, she's going to play it around her boyfriend.
Exactly.
If she likes it, the club's going to play it.
Oh, why she like this shit?
And then they're going to start liking it.
Exactly. I don't know why everybody don't think like that. Bro, if you play this shit around your girl, she's going to play that shit around 7 other girls. Now you got 7 girls, as opposed to when you get in the car with 7 niggas, you're not playing, it's Thursday, mommy. You're not doing that unless it's a girl in the car like, yo, it's got to be 2 girls in the car like, yo, play that Thursday real quick. Boom. Now, like, niggas is really like, yo, there's so many Drake songs that niggas play just because the girls play it.
Yeah.
And they don't even really fuck. Like, if it wasn't Drake, they would not listen to that song.
A lot of times niggas be on demon time, bro. Niggas want to listen to, I mean, don't get me wrong, that new Dirk, that new Youngboy, hats off.
I like that Dirk and J. Cole. My daughter loved that shit. Like,
that's
Daddy, play that all my life.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to him like, oh my life. Yo, that shit is fire. I like that shit.
That's what everybody wants to listen to in the whip, though, going like 100 down to FDR, splitting lanes and white line.
100 on Collins.
Yo, for real.
Yo, the next time we hit the Yams, you gotta come. We going in September.
Oh.
Okay, me and Clay went down there, and we was, shout out Claiborne the MC again, bro. Shout out my son. Yeah, 2. You get 2, boy. You get 2 of them. That's my son, man. That's my brother, man. For real, like, that's my brother. I be giving him the work in FIFA. Yeah. I'm like that. Ask him about FIFA, bro. He gonna tell you, like, yo, he probably not gonna tell you that. He gonna be like,
you gotta
he lying
about this FIFA,
he
bro.
lying. He probably gonna be like, yo, he played one time.
I gotta see it.
But yeah, man. Shout out my brother.
Yo, we're gonna bring this all the way back to the beginning. What does your name mean? And where'd you get your name?
Damn. So my first name was Punchline. No, my first name was Jay Nice. I'm gonna go back to the back of the back of the back.
Gotcha.
My first name was Jay Nice. My second name was Premier with an E-R-E.
Okay.
My third name was Punchline. That's what I got tatted. This is when everything started getting real. Like I opened for Nicki Minaj. That was my first show I ever did.
Whoa.
She had just dropped her mixtape. I Get Money was crazy. Flex was the DJ. Bobby Trends was the opening DJ. So before I got on stage, it was me and my partner. And so remember I told you about Money Van Gogh. We go by name School Clothes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So we was a duo. We had this song that was bubbling in Bergen County, whatever it's called, straight out of Jersey. To this day, I'm like, why do we do that? But we did so right before we go on stage, this is before I knew what Instagram models was. Like eight of the baddest bitch I ever seen in my life, bro. Walk by on stage. So they walk by with bottles. They coming out with bottles. They bring a table out. I'm like, who the fuck ever sit on this table? We about to go on stage. There's a table on stage. It's a little ass table. This nigga fucking Terrence J from 106 and Park comes out, sits down, bro. They bring him. They brought him Hypnotic, Henny, and Grey Goose. That was when Grey Goose.
106 and Park was that.
That was when Grey Goose was and Hypnotic Hulk was that drink. So they brought that shit out there. We went out there. It was like 2,000 people performing, bro. It was the biggest show I ever did in my life. Like. Well, at the time. And it was just like, I think that's why I'm such a, I don't want to, let me get my flowers, nigga. I'm a good performer. That's why I'm a good performer. Because my first show was in front of like, you feel me? Like, and I remember like performing, they had the barricades out, like the cages, right? So like every time I would lean in, you would see people like trying to grab my shirt. I got a picture where somebody's grabbing my shirt like this and it was crazy, bro. So like that kind of like set me up.
Now people be thinking that like, being a rapper is, the easiest job in the world and this and that, but
it's not, bro.
I mean, it's one thing to make a song, okay? And that's even hard enough itself, but it's one thing to make a song. But performing, my first performance was at the Delancey, down on Delancey Street, right?
When did I see you perform?
I don't know if you went down there that day. I think
I had to. No, I had to because I seen you perform. But I can't remember when it was.
No, you see me performing that day in Newark. In Newark, when you performed Jingling.
Bro, I can't remember that.
Yo, you performed Jingling in this open mic bar. Like, Clay called me up. Stan was there. Clay was there.
You was there. When we was up in that thing, we was sitting up in the wait, no, Clay wasn't there for that.
No, we was in it was just like one floor, but but what I'm trying to say though is that like
yo, you gonna make me like because I can't dead remember. Like that's crazy. And that's the first time, ladies and gentlemen, you were seeing GM fucking lose track of his shows. Yeah. Like here, bro. Damn, nigga. Because I remember you performing. I remember you, because I was sitting there right there. I was like, yeah, oh my son. But I don't remember performing.
Yo, low key.
But I know what you're talking about, bro. It might not have been Newark. It might have been somewhere else.
Well, we performed in the Lower East Side. I don't know, were you there in the Lower East Side? And then like, I just remember that like, I couldn't really control the energy of the crowd. And I was like, damn, like, this is like way different. Like, I want to perform this song, but I should perform this song because the crowd's going to move.
That's bro, you know how many times I go to a show and I have like 4 different sets? Like, I'm like, all right, let me see. Like when I went to Miami, bro, like recently, because I just did a show with Love and Hip Hop Miami. That, bro, I went up there. So we went up there, we asked for 3 songs. We said 3 songs, boom, boom, boom. They said, nah, you get 2. So boom, I did my first one. After my first one, they said, nah, you get 3. I said, Stan was in the crowd like, I told you, I told you. Like I told you, it was so crazy that I forgot the girl name that's on Love and Hip Hop Miami. She was there. They left the stage to take a picture with me in the back while another person was performing. I was like, I came back from Miami with like 200 followers. It was crazy.
That sounds like a good day.
It was that second time, because the first time I went to Miami was with Clay. Okay. But I only went for 2 days. I was on tour, and I did my tour stop, and then I went back to New York because I had another show in White Plains. But I did me and Clay, that Saturday, we was lit. I did my performance, and then we went somewhere after that, and we was lit, boom, 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 and I went back home. But when I came back, the last time I went for 6 days, bro. I had a show. I did a podcast with Because We Are. Sat down with them. I was everywhere, man. Shout out to Lovesick out in Cali. That's a clothing brand. I'm gonna tap you in because I know you like fashion, but they lit, bro. I'm going to see them in August. You feel me? I'm going to Cali in August. It's about to, I'm moving, bro. It's different. It's completely different than it was.
What are you thinking about your plans for the next, let's say, like 6 months? Are you dropping a song, album?
I'm dropping a song every month. I'm dropping 2 songs every month. So look, boom. Gotcha. So you get some more exclusive. Come in, man. Give me some. He gets some more exclusive because look, I wanted my son to be here when I did this, but me and Clay dropping a project.
Clay, what happened, man?
Me and Clay dropping a project. We working. We are currently we knee deep. So we dropping we got a single coming next month.
All right.
Well, this month. I got a single with him coming this month and a single with me, and he dropping. So Neighbors is moving like full backs.
Yeah, I see y'all had I see y'all had that showcase.
Yeah, that was a great success. Shout out Stan Curry again.
Yeah,
Stan Curry. But yeah, shout out Stan. He put that shit together, man. That shit was like, I was sitting there like, oh. I mean, like Prez performed. Shout out to performance. I think it was Prez, Primo's, Breeze, and EK, Denz, Dior, Chenzo, Isla Dior, Gelato.
Yo, for those who say we don't got no talent in the 845,
exactly.
Like,
Baby
on,
was there.
Sleeping on.
Who else was there? Fucking Tone Moolah was there. It was mad people there that was just Mystic was there. He be on the beats like so Mystic. It was at Notes Music Studio. So like everybody that recorded at Notes but recorded at Neighbors came together. It was great vibes, bro. It was great vibes. But we just working, man. Like it's so routine now. Like it's not even like it was back in the I remember back in the day, I used to drop a song and I'll be like, damn, how can I make a better one? And like now it's just like, all right, I'm gonna drop that, boom, I'm on to the next. I'm gonna drop that, boom, I'm on to the next. I'm dropping the worst song now. Like it's like I'm not even dropping the best song, I'm dropping the worst song. And like it's still like, cause Thursday was supposed to be a throwaway. I remember sitting in the studio, we recorded it, and I remember looking at Stan, cause it was, we ain't mixed it down yet. And Stan was just looking like, I don't know about this, we might have to throw this one out. And then we mixed it down, and I was like, I performed it. Because I like performing unreleased tracks. I love that. Oh, I love that shit. Because I get to let the people hear it, but not drop it. And if I can gauge the engagement from it and like understand which songs people like, that chooses because the next song is completely left. It's called You Know. It's like you would think I'm 50. Like that's how I'm coming. Like I'm coming on some 2004, 2005.
Okay.
Do-rag, baggy jeans type shit. But I'm putting that new style on it. That's the thing. I like changing sounds, man. I don't like having the same sound. That's how I don't understand how people do 29 drill records.
True.
Like,
because at the end of the day, like somebody else is gonna sound like that. So
exactly.
Now you're competing. Like if you're in your own lane, there's no traffic.
Exactly.
And that's really what. Like,
and if you bounce in and out of lanes, like you got to think of it like traffic. If you going from here to here, you're moving through traffic. Yeah. You're not just going here. If you doing this, you're gonna go forward. You gotta weave through the little obstacles. Sometimes you gotta stay in another nigga lane for a little bit. You feel me? And do what you gotta do
until
and talk.
A gap comes in.
Exactly. Boom. Now I can come in here and I like this lane. Boom, boom, boom.
Shout out to
this lane moving.
To the white line boys. Facts.
Exactly.
Yeah, shout out to my brother. He be crazy in the whip. Mom, don't get him for that. But facts. Like that's really like life. And when people understand that, like if you go too fast, too quickly, then like you might crash with somebody. If you go too slow, you might make somebody else crash.
You got to take your time. Now, if you see a lot of road, go. That means you got to run with that. But if you see a car coming, you got to switch lanes real quick. You got to switch that lane up. You got to switch that flow up. You got to switch something up. Something got to change real quick. And now you might see a little bit of road, but then you got to, it's a game. Niggas got to understand. That's why I give my flowers to Drake, the Drakes. I
was about to say,
you feel me? Because Drake, I'm not going to hold you, man. Very few projects that Drake has put out that I've said, oh, that's whack.
Word.
And you know, I hear the Kendrick. I love Kendrick. I think lyrically Kendrick got him. But when it comes to making a song that's gonna last and longevity, Drake got that because he makes records for the females. It's almost like the records for the females last longer than the records for the niggas. Because if you think about it, like, we probably know more R&B songs from the old times than we know rap songs from the old times. I know niggas know a lot of. If you talk about the basic music fan, he's more than likely gonna know more R&B because of his background, because of the parents he came from. Because you know, all of the old heads, they didn't care about no rap.
That R&B shit was always on a different
level,
time.
bro.
Listen to the stylistics. Listen to like the Delphonics, man. I mean,
the
like,
Delphonics, like, come on,
you know
like,
what I'm saying?
Come on,
Michael Jackson,
Lionel Richie, like the Supremes, the Temptations, David Ruffin by himself.
Yeah.
Cause niggas sleep on Ruffin by himself. They sleep on Jimmy and David, bro. Like
Sam Cooke.
Like Sam Cooke is my you got the swag of Sam Cooke right now. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yo, Sam Cooke was
that nigga. I just watched a documentary on him, like, and I didn't really understand how he died and what happened and all this other shit, but like that shit was crazy.
I mean, he was like framed by some girl that, like, the whole thing is just messed up. Because
they said he set him up. She set him up.
There could be 3 people that set him up though, because like, you know, they said that the FBI didn't like him because he was hanging out with Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, and they were like, okay, this dude, like, these people are so influential that, you know, they are a danger because of you follow them. It's kind of like what they're doing to Andrew Tate right now. It's like, you know, these people, when you're so influential and the youth follow you, then, like, you know, the youth is the future. The old people, that's why when I see racism, I'm like, you know, you can't really cure racism from like the people that are already racist because they're already racist. What are you going to tell a person that's 50 or 60?
Yeah. But I ain't going to hold you. That makes me look at them.
Yeah.
Because like every time like I walk past somebody that's 70, 60. No, I won't say 60 because 60 is not 60 is like 1965, 66. It's not really it's a bad time, but it's not that crazy. But like the people in their 80s, I'd be like, yo, you was racist, wasn't you? Like, you was one of them kids that used to tell. But then again, I'd be trying to think like, that's why we gotta grow and elevate, because like at some point in time, we gotta let that shit go. It happened. Yeah. It hurts. But it's up to us as a generation to end that curse, because the next generation gonna be born with the same hatred. You feel me? Yeah. And that's what I try to preach to my kids, because, you know, one of my daughters is, you know, she's a mixed breed, but I try to let her know, like, listen, everybody is one. Like, you know, that's the thing we got to keep preaching. You can't keep that same, like, we kept that shit for how many years, man? We kept it for, you know, that's probably, a lot of people not going to agree with that, but like, in order to move forward, we got to let go of the shit that's holding us back. Yeah, feel me? Like, and that's one of the biggest things. I'm over here talking, but like, you know, it hurts when I'm walking past a car and I hear the door's locked. Yeah, just because I'm walking past the car, like, it's like I wasn't even in my car. Like,
it might feel like a bad thing to talk about, but at the same time, like, it's about being self-aware, because like that car that you're walking by that's locking up, like, you know, they might be feeling scared or whatever. But like, you know, at the end of the day, how do you feel? How do we feel? Exactly. You know, I can't walk down the street, and I'm not even complaining, but I can't, you know, when as a black man, I know you feel the same way. You can't really walk down the street, you know, in the city, 2:00 in the morning, you're alone, and now there's like a girl in front of you, like a group of girls, and now you got to cross the street because you don't want them to feel like you are putting them in danger, because that puts you in danger.
Exactly. Yeah, you know what I just watched the other day, speaking of this topic, Jazz Man's Blues. Bro, that movie is powerful. Shout out Tyler Perry, because that's a Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah. What is that?
But like, it's about this black man that basically is raised in the South. He falls in love with this girl that's half black and half white, and basically her mom comes and takes her away randomly because they start getting close, and she basically comes back, but she's like white face. Like they used to pretend that like the light yellow ones used to pretend to be white girls to marry the white men so they have a better life. So she's pretending to do that. He finds out, figures it out, boom, they talk. They're threatening to kill him now, right? He flees the state. He becomes this big ass R&B singer. Like, not R&B, jazz, scat. He was like this big singer. So he writes her, he's telling her he's coming back. And when he comes back, the day he comes back to get her, they kill him.
Wow.
Because his brother is jealous. Yo, it's crazy watching Netflix. My bad, I just gave you the whole story. I just gave you.
I don't know if you can cut that out, Beach, but it's not.
Keep that. I want to fuck all y'all shit up. Watch that shit right now.
Let's go back to why we here, because that was crazy. Hopefully, I forget it,
bro. That shit is fire, bro.
But tell us about like your worst performance, or like not that worst as in like your worst, like your baddest performance. Or if you want to do that one too, but as in like, the worst venue you ever played at or you ever performed at. How did you feel? You're on the spot.
Damn, that's different. You make me think. I did a lot of shows.
But there would have to be one that you were like,
the worst one was in Newark. It was in Newark. It was this fucking janky ass shit. And there was a couple of my niggas performing that night too. And one thing I hate is when I perform with a mic. Like, so like promoters, show curators, if you ever book me for a show, there's two things that I request. One, I need a good flyer. And my face has to be on a flyer because I take fly pictures. So why would I not be on the flyer? Like, you're not about to deny. Please put me on the flyer. I need a flyer. Don't send me no. I'm not gonna put no flyer up that just says the event name and no. And two, make sure the mics is wireless because I like to move. I like to jump off stage. I'll be on the girls. Feel me? I like to move like my
jingling,
gang.
Baby.
You feel me? Like I like to, but they had a wire, bro. And the wire, I kept moving and the mic kept doing like this. And I'm like, yo, bro, I'm pulling this shit. And all of a sudden I pulled the mic wire out. So I start rapping. So I put the mic down. It turned out it was the worst. It started as the worst performance, but it ended up being one of my greatest performances ever. I started performing out loud. Like, and it got the crowd going crazy. The beat still playing. It was like being in a club. Wow. And then niggas just rapping. Like, yo, it was crazy, bro. I was like, when I first started performing like that, because there was a time when I used to go to the city every day and perform. I used to go 7 days a week and perform. We'll go to Manhattan. I remember I did a show with Slow Bucks. Shout out Swiggy. My son Swiggy, he was there that night too. Money Van Gogh was there. But I did a show with Swiggy Slow. He came in with the mink. All that shit was crazy, man. Got a lot of stories, man. A lot of stories. I need my own show. I'm calling it. And I'm gonna rate a beret. I'm gonna call it the Beret Show. The Beret Show.
Yo, we gotta go ahead and Beach, you gotta go ahead and produce that, man. You already know what the vibe.
You feel me? Produce that. Send me the paperwork.
So we got about time for like at least one more question. So let's see. What genre do you enjoy making the most? I know we spoke about kind of being diversive and kind of doing that type of vibe, but what do you think that you like way more than everything else?
I like to sing, but I like that that two-step.
Okay.
I got a couple of those.
You gonna come out with that? You
I gotta, yo, bro. I wish that we had a speaker in here. We could have a little listening, but I promise you, if I play about 10 tracks right now, you probably gonna be like, oh. Some niggas probably gonna go back home and rewrite their shit. I guarantee you. I've told that, nigga. I remember when I performed Jingling, when I performed that shit. Oh, in New York. It was a smoke fest. Shice Bubs was there. It was my first stop on my tour that I was telling you about Miami. It was the first one was Philly. I performed Jingling. He said, yo, bro, you almost made me go change my song up. Cause like I be so left field with shit. Like you'll never think I'm gonna rap to this beat. But you might. And then you'll be like, yo, where the fuck he find this shit? And it's like,
like everything in life, bro, you gotta be so fly that people get mad. People want to go home and change.
Exactly.
That's really life, bro.
Exactly.
So, where can we find you? Give us that one time, or give us that two time for the two time.
2 time for the 2 letter.
Yeah.
2 letter king.
2 letter king.
2 time for the 2 time.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, we did the show. Beach, produce that. Feel me? Sway in the beret.
2 time for the 2 time.
Sway in the beret. Nah. Follow me at 2 letter king on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. If you're looking for me on YouTube, it's 2 letter king Vivo. So 2 letter king Vivo. 2 number 2 LETTT. No 2 LETTER capital E R
LE
Vivo.
Okay. Oh, Vivo. Okay.
My son read it out. I said read it. That guy's just punching. That shit. My son said 2 letter. Yeah, 2 letter king Vivo. Go download that Thursday. I'm on Apple Music at GM. If you go to my Instagram and just click my bio, that's where you find everything. So just follow me on the gram. I'm the only 2 letter king on the gram. If you ever see a nigga named 2 letter king, he's false, he's fake, and he don't tie his shoes. And he don't put lotion on his legs in the winter. It's a lot of niggas that do that. No, I'm not lying.
Nah, you're
it's
right,
a lot
though.
of niggas be like, yo, boom, if you don't
be
trust a
putting
nigga that
lotion
don't
sometimes,
put
man.
lotion on his legs in the winter, but listen, follow me, 2 letter king,
Some of us are
GM.
good
I got
people.
music coming out next month. Shout out Claiborne, Neighbors, Mob, EK, Sway, Vivid, Certified, Frankie Sings. That nigga singing. We out here.
Yo, this was Swayze singing, your host, and this is Bubbling. Tune in next week. We about to see who about to pop.